Okay, it's still raining outside, so I've got some stuff done. The first thing I did was change the battery connector over to an XT60 because that's what I run. You'll want to change to whatever you run. The Jeep does not come with a battery. I'm just using a, yeah, I got one right here, I can show you. Yep, that's it. Where are you at? That's a Nanotech 2.2. It was like $8, $6, I don't know. It's 2200 milliamp. I got an LVA on there just in case. So that's the first thing I did. And then I started kind of playing around with it and comparing some pieces to the Dragon kit. Okay. Put my driver in here. As for the suspension, you can preload the springs. I cranked them all the way down. It helps quite a bit. Haven't got it outside yet to see how it do, but just in here it's not too bad. It sits a lot more level with the driver in there. Now the Dragon Jeep is definitely bigger. If you put the two together, you've got a good 1/2 to 5/8 inch difference in length. It's also, is this showing up on video? It's also slightly wider, probably a 1/4 inch. And I make that 1/8 inch wider. Now, I was right about this windshield. It's too damn tall. Here was my first clue. You got your two bumper stops up on the front. And let me see if I can get a better shot of this. Okay. You got your two rubber stoppers for the windshield up here. And the rail should be right about in the middle. And these look like they're a little bit forward. I'm going to have to check against a... yeah, no, that's about the right gap. I'll have to check against the Danbury Mint Jeep and see what that looks like. But the upper frame should come right in the center of those. And it's forward. It's like over the forward bolt. It's all the way to the edge. And then when I set the windshield from the Dragon up there, it's wider. I expected it to be bigger. But it's also shorter. I think this is way too tall. I think somebody else might have mentioned that too. The jerry can holder compared to the one on the ROC, the Dragon is bigger. It's wider, it's deeper. Haven't checked the jerry can yet, I'll have to do that. I did check the, I don't want to push the wrong button and turn this thing off. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this, but I did check the Pioneer tools and then promptly lost them. There they are. The shovel, the Dragon shovel is probably 3/16 to a 1/4 inch longer, and the axe is about the same, 3/16 to a 1/4 inch longer. That's what, about 3 millimeters, 3 to 4 millimeters. So definitely one of them doesn't have it right, I don't think. But I've driven it around the house, and it's pretty good. It seems to be really jackrabbity in reverse. So I put 3 beeps of forward trim on the throttle, and that really helped a lot. It's got really good travel on the front suspension, on the front steering. And the steering wheel turns at the same time. Really touchy throttle though. This is just on a 2-cell LiPo. I can't imagine how it would act on a 3-cell. Now this G.I. Joe, sorry about that. This G.I. Joe I picked up on eBay for $12 with free shipping. He was brand new in the box. So I put him in as a driver, and he's a little bit light. He seems to fit pretty good. I don't know about with the top on. But if I have to, I got one G.I. Joe that he's a really short little dude. Right now he's taking care of the bicycle. But I can put him in there if I need to. So anyway, that's where we're at so far. I can't wait to get it outside and get some video out there. But definitely the Dragon Jeep seems to be bigger. There's a couple things I don't like about this. I understand why, or I think I understand why they went with the 4-link suspension setup. It'll definitely make for a much better performing model Jeep, but it kind of does a disservice to the real one because with the leaf springs, it had nowhere near the kind of suspension travel that this Jeep has. A real Jeep would not do that. So, you know, I don't know. I'm already thinking about maybe putting leaf springs in this. I'm hoping that they're going to come out with a lot of parts. The tires are 12 millimeter hex. They could easily be adapted to the axles on the, I never can remember this, the HP 40907, or I don't know, this right here. Those axles. You can get a 12 millimeter adapter for these, and that's what these are on the Jeep, is 12 millimeter hex. And G.I. Joe came with the little radio and rifle. Thought that was kind of cool. Threw them in there. The fake box in the back, that's all about to hide the tops of the shock towers. There's nothing inside there. They just got to have the clearance for the shock towers because they did not go with the leaf spring suspension. So as soon as it stops raining, this thing's supposed to be waterproof. I'm going to take it outside and see what it does. Running around the house is kind of cool, but you only do so much of that. So anyway, when I get that video, we'll see you then.